Hey everyone, have I here been a video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we're going to be going over the global timeline updated for the worldwide celebration and beyond. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So here we are right now during the countdown worldwide celebration with the new for global LR Cell Max. That's the banner that we have to deal with right now, since we've dealt with God Topo and Tech UI Goku before that, and of course the 9-year anniversary. It has been a never-ending chain of banners that global players are experiencing right now because of the unification, because of the merge. All this stuff is getting stuffed in between the 9-year anniversary and worldwide celebration. So basically, probably when you guys are watching this video here, they're going to be dropping either today, tomorrow, the EZA to the LR Turles. This is actually a pretty decent Terrifying Conquerors and Planetary Destruction support unit. Can do quite a bit of damage as well, along with the opportunity of taking some hard events, right? Not probably the top tier, but all in all, still a good unit to have as an EZA. This was a surprise for a lot of individuals. I wasn't overly surprised. I was surprised that we were getting it during the countdown celebration. I thought possibly we're going to be getting this in part 2. And I'll discuss, why I feel that way in terms of the EZAs that's going to be coming for the worldwide celebration. But depending on your time zone, we should be getting this on 8/22, 8/23. And then, of course, that then leads us to the unification worldwide celebration heated showdown campaign, and that is starting on 8/27. Now, the banners won't be dropping either later on that evening or early morning, depending again on your time zones, 8/27, 8/28, or possibly even 8/29. Sometimes they do wait an entire day for them to go ahead and drop the banner. We often see that a lot during the anniversaries. Sometimes we see it during worldwide celebration, sometimes we don't. It's not all that consistent. Now, what we should expect is either it's going to be a dual Dokkan Festival exclusive banner celebration, or it's going to be a Dokkan Fest and a Carnival banner, because that was introduced during the Cooler celebration, which is very similar to now the Movie Boss's Broly celebration. And so we might see a Dokkan Fest Carnival, Dokkan Fest Carnival. I'm just going to stick with the Dokkan Fest, a dual Dokkan Festival exclusive, just for this purposes here. But just know, it can switch into a Dokkan Fest and a Carnival banner. Now, we should also expect a EZA to a Dokkan Festival exclusive and an EZA to an LR. Those are generally what we get during this celebration here. Now, we could get multiple LR EZAs, and again, I'll talk about that in just a moment. But this celebration spans from 8/27, the end of August, all the way to October. So there's going to be a lot of content, a lot of great stuff that they're dropping here. And again, this is the unification celebration as well, not only the worldwide celebration in general. So the remaining part of the celebration, I probably am showing a lot less than what we're maybe getting. But of course, either we're going to get another part 2, Carnival, or Dokkan Fest Carnival. Might be getting another EZA. But I think we're going to expect to get also a Super EZA. It's been a little while since we've gotten a Super EZA, right? We didn't get that during the 9-year anniversary or Global. We didn't get it in the kind of mid stages here with God Topo, because we end up getting the Super EZA for that unit previously. And the Tanabata celebration didn't have a Super EZA. So we, in a sense, only got part 1 of the Tanabata banner, or the Tanabata celebration in the global timeline. So what we should really expect is, I would say, in this celebration, a Super EZA. That'd be fantastic. We just haven't seen one in a while. And what you should probably expect for the Dokkan Fest, for the LR, and possibly the Super EZA, it looks like right now it's going to be all Brolys. Now, again, we have other options, we have other choices, but I would say out of all 3 of these, the LR Tech Super Saiyan Broly is going to be the one that will EZA, like 99% sure. Then you might see a superclass unit for the Dokkan Fest EZA and some other EZAs for the legendary version as well. And then the super EZAs, I think if they're going to do a super EZA, it's going to be STR Broly. So what other LR EZAs are going to be available? When you look at the options, there's not many left, right? With Turles now getting his EZA, there's only going to be Broly. There's only going to be Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. You have Goku and Piccolo, which I thought we're going to get that for the Countdown versus Turles. So this is really focusing a lot on movie bosses, it seems like. And then you have Tapion, and then this this unit here that should have EZA during the Majin Buu saga is just kind of floating on here. So either we're going to be getting like a Vegeta celebration or a maybe a Super Saiyan celebration. We're not going to see this guy EZA for some time, or just I guess maybe a random EZA that has nothing to do with a theme, and they're just going to go ahead and drop them. So these are technically the 5 units remaining in this generations of LRs. Right now we're at the Key Plus 4 dual category 150. These were Key Plus 3 150, so these were just kind of a little bit of a outliers from what the current meta is on those LRs, yellow coin LRs, and we don't expect to have any of those EZA at this point in time. So anyway, those are in a sense those options here. Now another option for a super EZA, so we talked about super EZA as Broly there. Maybe if they don't do that Broly, which if they do that Broly here, they do still have another opportunity for a super EZA for an LR, and we're talking about the OG 90% LRs way back when, and of course we have a STR Broly there as well. So that could be a possibility. As I'm looking here at all the different Brolys that could possibly EZA or super EZA, I think they might save LRs for later down the road for the future. I think they need to complete more of the TUR ones, but I was thinking that as an option. For them right here. So this Broly would be very interesting to see what an LR Super EZA is going to look like, because TUR EZAs are looking really, really good. So that's in a sense what we should expect, and possibly some of these other ones like Gohan, like Goku and Piccolo. If we get another LR EZA during the celebration, which is possible, maybe even a Tapion, but I think these two are so different outliers, and these 3 maybe not so much, right? Because they're in a movie, right? Hirudegarn there's not an LR Hirudegarn, so maybe if they celebrate Hirudegarn, we might see a Tapion EZA as well. But now, after the part 2 is done, we might see some EX or part 3, but everything ends around 10-4, 10-5, somewhere around there. I just put down here 10-4. So since this is the beginning of the unification, both Global and JP will celebrate the Dokkan Fest campaign in the beginning of October. So it's going to be the same, whatever that's going to end up being there. So from here on out, I don't even know what they're going to call the worldwide celebration anymore, right? Because everything is going to be worldwide, everything is going to be synced up. Maybe they just create a different name for the celebration of itself. Maybe just call it the unification celebration, because this is when they unified versus the worldwide celebration. But anyway, that's still what they're calling right now, is the worldwide celebration, or maybe they keep it, I don't know. But 10-4 is when the next Dokkan Festival exclusive is going to arrive. Generally speaking, what we've seen in the past, we get a Dokkan Festival exclusive, a banner unit, an LR, a Dokkan Festival exclusive EZA, and then a Super EZA. So whatever character that is going to be, that's what we should expect for 10-4 throughout then Halloween. Now, interestingly enough, in Halloween, there could be an additional Dokkan Festival exclusive that's introduced at that time for the beginning of November. Even though I shouldn't be talking about November, November is going to be a question mark if we are still going to celebrate a crossover campaign with Dragon Ball, Super Dragon Ball Heroes, because If you guys don't know, Super Dragon Ball Heroes has now been discontinued in Japan, and it's no longer going to be available. But that happened this year, so this might be the final year for Super Dragon Ball Heroes, and that's totally different discussion. But if they do drop something in October, I think this is when Global gets to have an opportunity to squeeze in the Master Roshi campaign with the Peppy Gals and things of that nature. So that could be a possibility here during the Halloween or beginning of November, in coordination with whatever JP's going to get, because they should be getting a new celebration there as well. I think that's where the squeeze is actually going to be. And if you guys want to know about Jiren, I've said this in multiple videos. I think Jiren's going to happen when the next double rates banner is going to generally happen, and that's going to be in the middle of December. So I think JP and Global is going to have the same banner. I think Jiren's going to be on it, and then we're also going to get the remaining parts of the celebration in Tanabata, and we're going to get the Tanabata banner during Christmas. I think that still is going to be holding true for that portion of the celebration, and I think all that's going to happen during Christmas time. I don't think anything kind of before that on Global. So that's a little preview. If I were going to do a Global timeline for August until the end of the year, that's probably what I'm going to be talking about. But this is going to be one of the final Global timelines, since the unification is going to happen or is happening here. I'm not going to do many of these because everything is going to be just exactly like JP, and we're not going to know what's going to be coming next. So not much needed for the Global timeline anymore. So maybe I have one or two left in terms of these videos, but hopefully you guys have been enjoying these. And anyway, by the way, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll catch you next time. Later.